Once upon a time, nestled deep in a sunny green forest, lived a little squirrel named Tommy. Now, Tommy wasn't just any squirrel. He had a secret passion, a love so strong it made his fluffy tail twitch with excitement. He adored sweets more than anything in the world, more than crunchy acorns, more than juicy berries. Tommy dreamt of sugary delights. One bright morning, as Tommy was scampering through the woods on his daily adventure, his keen little eyes spotted something unusual on the forest floor. It wasn't a leaf, and it wasn't a twig. It was a trail of dark, delicious-looking crumbs. He leaned in, his nose twitching, and took a tiny sniff. Chocolate! His eyes sparkled with pure joy. Could it be? A trail of real chocolate, just waiting for him to follow? His heart thumped with anticipation. This was the adventure he had been waiting for. Without a second thought, Tommy began to follow the trail. His little legs moved faster than ever before. He scrambled over mossy rocks, took brave leaps across babbling streams, and squeezed his way through thick, leafy bushes. The trail of crumbs seemed to go on forever, leading him further and further, up toward the rolling hills he had only ever seen from a distance. With every step, his excitement grew. What magical place could this chocolate trail possibly lead to? Finally, after much climbing and hopping, he emerged from a thicket of ferns and gasped. There it was, right in front of him, bigger and more magnificent than anything he could have ever imagined. It was a mountain, but not a mountain of rock and dirt. Oh no, this was a huge, towering mountain made entirely of glorious, shimmering chocolate. The sun made the dark chocolate peaks glisten, and rivers of warm, molten chocolate flowed gently down its sides, creating a sweet, wonderful aroma that filled the air. Tommy couldn't believe his luck. It was a dream come true. He tiptoed closer, his mouth watering. He reached out a tiny paw and broke off a piece. Just as he brought the delicious morsel to his lips for his very first bite, he heard a strange sound. A low rumble started deep within the mountain, and the ground beneath his paws began to shake. What was happening? Suddenly popping out from little holes all over the chocolate mountain were dozens of mischievous chocolate crickets. They had made this sweet mountain their home, and they chirped loudly, clearly not happy about having an uninvited guest. Tommy knew he was in a tricky spot. He had to think fast. Then, an idea sparked in his mind. He remembered the special lunch his mom had packed for him that morning, his favorite peanut butter sandwiches. He quickly pulled them out of his little knapsack. The nutty smell of the peanut butter was irresistible. Carefully, he began to lure the crickets away from the main peak, one by one, using small pieces of his sandwich. The crickets, who loved peanut butter almost as much as chocolate, happily followed the treats. With the crickets safely distracted and munching on their new snack, Tommy could finally gather his prize. He carefully collected small, manageable chunks of the delicious chocolate to take back home. He learned a valuable lesson right then and there. Adventures are incredibly exciting, but being clever and respectful of others is the key to overcoming challenges safely. When Tommy finally arrived back at his cozy little treehouse, he didn't keep the treasure for himself. He called all of his friends, the sparrows, the rabbits, and the other squirrels. They all cheered when they saw the chocolate. Together, they sat under the big oak tree, sharing the sweet treat and listening to Tommy's incredible story. That night, as Tommy snuggled into his bed of soft leaves, his belly was full and his heart was happy. He drifted off to sleep, dreaming of his next adventure, knowing that the best adventures and the sweetest treats are always those that are shared with the ones you love. Thank you so much for joining us for Tommy's sweet adventure today. If you enjoyed our story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun tales. We can't wait to see you next time.